All right, here's my take on it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen no matter what it is without consistency. It's not going to happen without believing in what you're doing. And it's damn sure not going to happen without faith. Trust me on this. Success, it has many stages, and patience is one of the biggest stages that you will ever experience. A lot of people, they start things because it didn't happen in the time frame they wanted it to. They give up on it. And guess what? Somebody else is watching what you're doing. And then it happens. You see somebody else successful with the same idea you had. You literally gave someone an idea that they became passionate about. They planned it and then they executed it. And your idea made someone else rich, all because you didn't stay consistent. It happens all the time. Don't watch someone else succeed off of what you decided to give up on. Stick with your passion and live your dream. And with that said, good evening, beautiful people. What's up, Tim?
Hey, what's up, Chuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button, hit that share button, tell a friend. Look, we are growing as a family, brother.
That's right.
We got family members out there, man, that has become a part of what we do.
Right.
And I'm loving it, man. I'm loving people hitting us in the inbox, man. I'm loving the comments. I'm loving the feedback. Thank you so much, y'all, for all you do, man, because we cannot do this without y'all.
That's right.
We can't do this without y'all.
We cannot.
I messed up my mustache.
Wait, hold on. You got a mustache?
Yeah, I got. See?
Oh, I see it.
See, he trying to be funny, man. Look,
I see it.
You know, fellas, you know how you be in the mirror, and you know you got it just right. You got everything right, and all of a sudden you sneeze or cough and go, then you got to shave it off.
Right.
And men don't look. This is my opinion, man. Dudes who don't have like facial hair, you know, some of those cats can get away with it, but some of y'all, man, look like criminals.
Man,
me included.
One time I shaved all mine off because, you know, just to see it, just to give a different look.
Yeah.
And the wife made me sleep on the couch for about a week.
My grandson, I walked in the door. So my grandson, he doing his little TikTok videos. He looked up and he did one of these. I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Papa." I said, "Mustache?" He said, "Oh yeah. Yeah, man, you know, I think
you
that
look like that movie with Will Smith, the young Will Smith fighting the old Will Smith.
Hey, what's that movie called? I seen Gemini or something, right? Yeah, that's crazy, man. Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday.
Yes.
We made it. We got some decent content for you today, as always. Man, it's been one hell of a week.
Man, looks like everything finna start opening up again, huh?
I'm waiting for that, man. I cannot wait to send the kids back to school, dude. Because I am trying not to catch a case, baby. But, you know, it is what it is, man. We got to do what we got to do, man.
That's definite. That's for sure, man.
Let's get to the mailbox.
Let's get to it. Hi, Fokus family. Love your show. I especially like the pet peeves because I have one of my own. I can't stand people who don't have kids telling people who do how to raise them. I am 36 years old and I have 2 kids. One is 17 and the other is 16. And the problem is my sister doesn't like the fact that I allow my kids to smoke weed in my home. My thought is I would rather have them home than out in the street smoking with God knows who. Look, it's my house, they're my kids, and I know they are safe. People should mind their own damn business. What do you think? Nisi.
And you know what, man? I see both sides of that. All right. The one thing I can agree with her on is people with no kids that never raise kids. I'm talking not even raise a niece or a nephew, none of that.
Right.
Trying to give advice on how to raise your children. Y'all need to shut your ass up because you don't know nothing about what you're talking about. I don't give a damn how much school you went to. I don't give a damn about your degrees. If you are not a hands-on parent or have never raised a child, it's best for you to observe and learn. Now, on the flip side about that, I have a pet peeve about people smoking and doing any type of recreational, I wouldn't call it drugs, but drugs with their children.
Right.
Okay. Now, we all know that marijuana is not only legal, but it has some medicinal benefits from that. We know that. But on the flip side, 16, and I get it. Kids are going to do it. There's a lot of kids out there smoking weed right now. I get it. Honey, I get it. But in my home, there are certain standards that I set in my home, and I'm not going to smoke weed with my younger kids. I'm just not going to do it.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, man. Her statement about she doesn't want them to be out smoking with God knows who, I get that, because there are a lot of children right now who have went out, smoked weed with strangers, and the next thing you know, they have a different mentality. They come home and they're different. And whatever that weed was laced with, it has affected them up here. Now you got a lifelong medical issue that you got to deal with.
Right. The only thing that I have with that, though, Chuck, is the fact that I understand where she's going with it.
Yes, I do.
I definitely understand
I get
that.
it. I get it.
But that also doesn't mean that they're not going to smoke outside. Because,
True.
I mean, just because you're smoking inside, I mean,
True.
if you just got two places to smoke.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
it doesn't mean
Yeah.
that you just because you're smoking at home doesn't mean that you're not going to still go out and do whatever it is you do. It's like if you allow your kids to have sex in your home.
Right.
Doesn't mean they're not going to do it outside just because you let them do it at home.
Trayvon went to a party 2 weeks ago, and I went to pick him up. And when he came out the party, because Trayvon's 18 now, but one thing I have with my children is an open door policy, and I don't ever want my kids to be afraid to come to me. So when they come to me, I don't judge them, number one. I don't fly off the handle, number two. Because and man, once that door is closed, it's hard to open that door of communication up with your kids, man. It's hard. So my kids know, it's like, I don't know how I did it, Tim, but I have a balance. They know, number one, when they're coming up, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. Now, as you get older and you start paying your own bills and you're out on your own, I'm your friend/parent, but you still gonna respect me,
right?
All right. But as you're coming up and you're under my roof, you are my child. I am not your friend.
Right.
The open door policy that I've always had with my kids, I can knock on wood, man, that I've done okay with that, because they come to me about everything, including sex, including everything. It depends on the household, man.
Yeah, it does.
It depends on the household.
It really does.
You know,
you can't just you can't really be friends, like you said, with your kids all the time and jokingly like you have to be able to draw that line.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can't do it. Some people are on friend mode all the time. They want to act young, they want to be young, and then they get upset when they don't get the respect.
Oh man, and it happens every day. And I've heard women, men too, especially women. I've heard women say this. You know, this is my daughter. She's 12. This is my best friend. Hell no. Because the first thing your best friend gonna say when she get mad at you is, what the fuck?
Right.
No. That's not your best friend. That is your child. And I'm firm with that,
But you know what?
bro.
I feel like, and it's confusing to the child. I mean, when kids are small and you play and you joke with them all the time.
Yeah, man.
And then you want to turn into the parent now all of a sudden and
It
make
don't
them
work,
go
brother.
wash their face or clean their room.
Oh, no.
And they talking back to you.
Yes.
And now you like wondering, looking at them like, what's going on? And now you want to hit them or something like that.
Take the brick.
And
pow.
it's your fault.
The brick.
It's your fault because you want to be best buddies with them.
And that's you the reason why you want to take the brick. Pow.
You know what? What do you want to tell Niecy, man?
Niecy, you have a right to run your household the way you want to run it. Nobody can judge you. You're right. I wouldn't accept what anyone has to say in your household. Some things you got to tune out. But however you do with your kids is how you do. I will just say this. Be careful of how you do it. All right? Be careful of the relationship that you have with your kids. Be careful of what you allow your kids to do in front of you, because there's still a line of respect that your children should have for you.
And always make sure that you continue to be mom.
Mom. Number one,
first.
mom.
Hey, family, let us know what y'all think about this one.
No doubt. All right, Tim, I got a family situation, man, from a dude that I personally know.
Okay.
All right. He has been with his lady 7 years. And out of 7 years, man, they've always gotten along, and they've never had a screaming match towards one another. All right?
Man, hold on. How they do that?
I don't know how he did it, but he did it. All right? And look, I'm not going to go on and on because this conversation, this particular topic right here can go on and on. But anyway, his girlfriend, his lady that he's with right now, allowed her sister to come stay with them for a month while she was getting some things together. All right, cool. So they have a certain harmony and a certain algorithm in their home. He works at night, she works in the daytime. He comes home, the 4 kids that they have, they're in school, and he sleeps and then he does his daytime thing. Anyway, he comes in with a bag of laundry and starts doing laundry. All right. So apparently he does this every week, once a week. So the sister started watching it. You know, whose laundry is this? You know. So apparently he was taking some clothes out to dry and there was a bra in there. All right.
Okay.
Put the bra in there, sister watching. Now remember, their relationship is great. Great.
Okay.
And he
They ain't fought in 7 years.
he said they talk out their disagreements.
Okay.
You know,
No shouting match.
No shouting match.
Craziness.
No
Okay.
craziness.
Okay.
So, her sister questioned him about whose laundry it is. So, and he said it wasn't the fact that she asked me, it was the way she asked me. He said that she goes, "What's that?" He's like, "What? Whose laundry are you doing? That's not my sister's laundry. And whose bra is that?" And all this other stuff, right? So he said, "You need to back up and remember where you are. You're in my house. All right? What I'm doing has nothing to do with you." Okay? She tells her sister, "He's doing women's laundry while you're gone. Whose is that?" So her sister ain't knowing that him and his woman has already had a conversation that he does.
So it's not his wife's?
No,
What?
it's not his wife's laundry.
Lord, please don't tell me you're cross-dressing.
No. No.
Oh, okay. All right. Continue.
So she didn't know that him and his woman has already had conversations about this particular bag of laundry that he does every week.
Okay.
All right. It's his cousin's laundry who's in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow.
She's not knowing. His lady gets so caught up in what she's telling her, she forgot that they already had this discussion. She calls him up. They get in a screaming match because of what her sister said about him doing somebody else's laundry. And he said, "Babe, remember, I told you I do my cousin's laundry because she had an accident. She can't do it on her own. I do it every week for her."
Right.
She was like, "Oh, yeah." He told her sister needs to go because she done brought negativity in the house.
Right.
What we do with each other has nothing to do with her. And he wants her to go. His woman said, "That's my sister. She's not going nowhere." So he said, "You know what? While she's here, I'm moving out." And he moved in with his brother, staying with his brother. His woman wants him to come home. He said he will not come home until while she's there. She told him he's being childish. He said, "No, that's our castle. That's our place. She has no right to come in and disrupt our harmony in our home."
Right.
I personally get it.
Right. No, I totally get it. I mean, I feel like she should have had a conversation with him before going off and going crazy from listening to what her sister was saying.
You know, he said, "Chuck, I would have told her who it was, but the way she asked me, the way she came at me, I ain't have to tell." He was like, "I ain't have to tell her nothing." And he didn't.
Right.
He said, "I ain't have to tell her nothing."
Right.
Now they're arguing because of her. And he said, "Man, I don't know about this relationship, dude." He said, "Man, because it's supposed to be about where I get helping family, but family's not supposed to come in our house and disrupt our home."
No. I mean, when it comes to your husband and your wife, once you decide, you said they're married, right?
Hey, man, they living together. They married. The only thing they're not legally binded, but
okay.
Hey, they're both on the house.
Right.
They both on each other's benefits. People do things the way they do it.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, once they make that decision to be as one, then that's what it is. I mean, it comes before anybody else.
Anybody else, man. Nobody is allowed to come in your household and disrupt your household.
Blood related or not.
I don't give a damn.
Right.
And you know what? The minute somebody comes in your household and starts disrupting your household, it's time for them to go, man.
Right.
They already had this now, she was out of pocket for even arguing with him.
Right.
They already had it, but she was so caught up in her sister's stuff. So caught up in what her sister was saying, she forgot they already had that conversation.
So, family, what would you guys do? I mean, should the sister have to go? Or, I mean, would you be all right with letting your man of 7 years go if that was you?
That's a good damn question, brother. I cannot wait to see the comments on this one.
Let us know.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
I love it when you have a pet peeve.
Well, you know what? I got one today, man.
Let's jot down your pet peeves,
go
though.
ahead. What's that?
Okay, you don't like fucked up bathrooms.
That's at the top.
Okay.
I don't like fucked up people. That's
me neither, man. Me neither. You got some pet peeves. They valid though. They valid.
Yeah, Chuck. You gonna come to the party? You say, and I say, Chuck, man, bring some beer.
Right.
Say, well, what kind of beer you drink, man? I don't care, man. Whatever you bring.
Right.
So you bring some beer.
Right.
And you get there, and I'm like, damn, who brought the light beer?
Ungrateful ass motherfucker.
Chuck, you brought light beer?
Yeah, I bought some light beer. You told me to bring what I drink.
Man, but if I tell you to bring some beer, man, I don't mean bring light beer, though, man. Did I say if I wanted light beer, I would have said bring light.
Be glad I bought some beer. I could have bought 1 can of beer for me.
These are the people that I don't like.
Hey, look, check this out, man. I've seen it. I've seen people come to a party, and they got a little bottle for just them. They come to eat up all your stuff, drink up all your stuff, but they only got a little bottle. And then the bottle they got be like that stuff.
Right.
You know, the stuff that kills the lining of your stomach. Hey, man, as I've gotten older, I don't like to use the word older, man. As I've gotten more mature. Mature.
Okay.
I can't drink anything cheap.
But see, it's just the ungratefulness
of
people, man.
You're right.
The ungratefulness of people that when they ask you to do something and you agree to do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Chuck, can you pick up some hot sauce?
Yeah.
Man, well, what kind of hot sauce you want? Man, I don't just bring some hot sauce,
and I bring back some hell. There's a hot sauce called shit in the bed.
See, you bring that. And I'm like, dude, I wanted Frank's.
Now you're shitting in the bed. Hey, man, look, this the picture of shit. Look at this hot sauce right here. See that? Shit in the bed. See? It's real hot sauce.
I don't want none of it.
My man Robert Payne hit me on that.
But look, if you don't want to eat that, then specify what it is that you want me to bring.
Exactly, man. I'm like that. If you go, that's why I always say this. Are you sure you want me to bring that? All right? Because if that's not what you want, I won't bring it. Or just specify what you need.
But you know what? Women are really big on doing that.
God,
they give you that open lane to mess up. It's like they want you to mess up, right? Because you try to be specific. What exactly is it that you want?
My friend's mom sent me to the store to get some mayonnaise for her potato salad.
Okay.
I went and got some mayonnaise. I came back with the Safeway brand, and she lost it. She said, hold on, whoa. This is not Best Foods. I said, Ma, you just told me to bring some mayonnaise. She said, oh, you that cheap? I said, Ma, you said you didn't tell me, you didn't specify. Chuck, you done been over here a long time. You know what we eat over here. I said, Mama, I don't know what you put in your mayonnaise. Oh, yeah, I get it. See? I get it. She was about to clock me with the pan, man.
You know exactly what I mean. And I know you people out there know exactly what I mean. So let me know. Give me an example of a time. Comment. Let us know what's happening with that.
That's a good one, dude. See if you coming up with them, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the show is a new segment we're bringing to you called the Social ID. We're going to be identifying things on social media.
That is interesting.
That's interesting.
It's
very interesting. And a matter of fact, Chuck, you got something for us today.
Man, I got one for y'all, man. Look, this has been trending, all right? Now, one thing I would never do, ladies and gentlemen, is promote violence. I don't do that, all right? I definitely don't promote men putting their hands on women.
What about women putting their hands on men?
That's wrong. I don't promote that either. I don't think nobody should be putting their hands on nobody. But sometimes, whether it's a male or a female, some people needs the Uncle Moses slap. This right here,
let's see it, man.
Is one of those things where people need the slap. See this right here, man? This is so out of pocket, dude. What do you see when you see that?
Somebody that actually needs to be slapped.
Thank you very much. All right, here's a man trying to, and I admire, man, his patience with this one, brother. I admire his patience, man. So,
this happened in San Francisco, right?
Yes, happened in San Francisco. Okay. The Uber driver was assaulted. Not only was he assaulted, he was just plain out disrespected. All right, but he handled it like a G. Okay. And I give it to him, y'all. So our hats goes off to this man. He handled it like a G, y'all. But man, let me tell you something, man. We're talking about one young lady, in my eyes, who is just spoiled. You know why? Because when you are not spoiled and you raise your kids to a certain standard, that wouldn't have happened. That was a spoiled ass brat right there.
What was the reason for this whole thing?
All because the man asked her to put on a mask. And she started, she's coughing and all that crap. See right there? Now, when she reached over to grab his phone,
Right.
If he'd have took his elbow and popped her in the nose, put it like this, if that was a dude,
right,
and he did that, and he reached over and popped him in the nose, nobody would say nothing. But if he'd have popped her in the nose after all the disrespect that she did previous to that, oh, he's a woman abuser.
Right.
He's this.
Right.
See, this society, brother, is twisted,
but
man.
when she snatched his mask and slapped him upside the head and grabbed his phone and all this stuff, she became a man at that moment.
Right at that moment. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, dude. We need to be responsible for our own behavior and conduct. All right. That right there, man, was a demonstration of a spoiled brat. Spoiled, brother. And I don't. They banned her from traveling, Uber, Lyft, social media platform. I mean, not social. I'm sorry, not social media, but any of the rideshare.
Okay.
Application. They banned her from that. But you know what? There's always ways around that to me.
Yeah. I mean, if someone else does a ride share, though, can she ride with them? Can she ride with her friends? She was in the car with other people. What if they do it?
That's the thing. They're not going to be able to ban
as well?
Not unless they remember what she looks like. But this is going to fizz out.
Yeah, it's going to. Yeah,
it's going to fizz out at some point.
It always does.
It always does, man. But me, see, I hold people accountable for a long, long time. They're not going to stop her from, being a part of a ride share. They're not going to be able to do that.
Family, what you think about this situation and what Chuck just brought to us today?
Do you think she needs the Uncle Moses slap? Here is the part, man, where we go to the entertainers and the icons.
That's correct, Chuck. And on this Friday, man, we coming with a group, man, that's straight out of Compton.
Wow.
Straight out of Compton, so I know everybody already knows who that is.
Man.
That is the Niggas with Attitudes, NWA, Arabian Prince, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, DJ Yella, and MC Ren.
Wow. Don't forget the writings and the lyrics of the incredible Mr. D.O.C.
Yes, of course. D.O.C., of course.
You know, one thing about groups, you may have faces of the group, but then there's always the behind-the-scenes team that make the group.
Right.
And one thing about those cats, talk about some pioneers in the game, man.
Man.
They really set the standard, man, and brought a lot of awareness, man, to our generation of police brutality.
Right.
They really, really set that tone, man. And all the controversy that they went through, everything that they have endured, man, just to be where they are today, man. Incredible, dude.
Man, and
incredible.
I mean, Ice Cube, man, just a incredible writer, man.
Yeah.
Incredible writer, man. And this group hit the scene in 1987.
Man. I was looking at an interview with the DOC, and such a humble cat, man. Humble cat. But I was looking at this interview, and he was talking about, why they're all writing those songs.
Right.
And he was like, because DOC is lethal with that pen. He said, sometime Ice Cube had to go back in the drawing room, man. He said, but I did too. So
right.
it was a good balance, man. They made each other better.
Right.
They made each other who they are today, man. Because here it is, with the tragedy that happened to the DOC's voice, man.
Right.
The Snoop Dogg's and the Dr. Dre's and the Ice Cube, the MC Ren. He said it. He even admitted. He said, man, they still make sure that I'm relevant.
Right.
And
Snoop gives him so much credit too on their early days of starting and him teaching them actually how to write.
I love Snoop Dogg, bro. I love Snoop Dogg, man. Snoop Dogg, man, that dude. He is one of the most funniest, cool cats, man, ever, dude. Man.
And the big time NWA, man. Man. That's where it all started, man.
Yeah.
With that NWA, man. Them brothers, man, they did so much.
So much, man.
So much.
The movie. I love the movie. I love the fact that Dr. Dre and Ice Cube was overseeing that whole movie. And that movie took years to make. It took years to be, they didn't just slap it together. No. Even Ice Cube said with his son had to audition. Even though his son looked like him.
Right.
Talked like him.
Right.
Got that scowl like him. He said he had to audition.
And he did a great job, though.
Did a damn good job.
Did a great job, And then with all the success that Ice Cube has had outside of NWA. All the success that Dr. Dre.
Yeah. First billionaire hip-hop artist. Am I correct?
That is correct, man.
Wow. That is crazy, man. So we're going to give it up to these guys, man. And, man, just thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being courageous. Thank you for not letting nothing stop you from giving the world exactly the information that they needed the way you gave it to them.
And really being the leaders of gangster rap.
That's right, man.
You know what I mean? So many cats followed in behind them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the pioneers right there, man.
Yeah.
Just like you were saying, like with Public Enemy being the public, you know, the force and the inspiration that they were on the East Coast. To me, kind of like NWA was that on the West Coast.
They were, man. I never forget this, dude. I'm coming out of Starbucks, and this cop was bumping "Fuck the Police" in his car. That was the most funniest shit. And I'm looking at him. He said, "It's a great song." He said, "It's a great song." But, you know, hey, man, peace and love to y'all, man. Much respect.
Peace, love, and blessings to you and your families. Welcome to the photo album.
Ladies and gentlemen, hit that subscribe button below and stay focused on the Family Podcast and get your Focus Family fashions right here.
Also, you can go to focusfamily.com and catch us both individually on social media. I'm Timothy Bridges 5 on Instagram and Facebook.
And you can catch me on all social media platforms, Chuck Lounge, as well as chucklounge.com. And don't forget, tune in to the ELO Global, every level of empowerment for your health, wellness, and wealth journey. I'm Chuck Lounge.
And I'm Tim B. And never forget that
family only keeps us strong.
Till next time.
Yes, sir.